Today on Destination Polaris, we're off to Colorado for a razor party.
Basically, we're up here in the mountains of Colorado, and there's just amazing trails everywhere. The scenery is gorgeous, the mountain trails, the mining towns.
We've got rides, nasty weather, spooky encounters, and so much more. Destination Polaris starts right now. Welcome to Destination Polaris. We are nestled here at 10,000 feet here in Taylor Park, Colorado.
Okay, we got 6 rides going out today. Make sure everybody is signed up for them.
We are here for the RazorForum.net 2012 ride, and boy, did we have one rocky adventure.
Taylor Park has got a variety of different riding scenarios. We've got extreme rock, we've got just plain dirt road that you can just do your leisure riding. We've got ghost towns that are all over the place. There is history abound in this whole area.
Let's warm them up.
What up?
Lights on, everybody, please. Come on, guys, we're losing daylight.
There are razors everywhere.
It's amazing. We've never seen anything like it. Just watching all these RZRs line up this morning is fabulous.
Sign me up. I'm ready for some fun.
It's fun. It's nice to make new friends and take these rages out and just have a kick-ass time.
All this razor madness happens on the east side of the Rocky Mountains near Taylor Park, Colorado. To get there, head a couple hours south of Denver.
So seriously, let's have a good day, a fun ride, and most of all, let's be safe.
I looked at the lineup this morning, and I think we had about 115, 116 raises.
Have a safe ride.
And that's not counting the people that slept in and didn't hear my bull horn. Let's go, folks. We're burning some daylight. Let's get this done.
And that's Frank. He's the guy on this ride who wears a lot of hats.
I coordinated all the vendors, first of all, for the event, and I am the cook.
As a host, he's got a pretty big job. All right, Frank, so what's going on here?
This is the RZRForum.net 3rd annual Taylor Park Razor Ride. And we have about 300 people. This is the biggest forum ride that we've ever done. We have a huge dinner that we do on Saturday night and feed everybody. And we'll have multiple rides throughout the mountain trails all week long. So this is a sign-in tent. We have multiple rides, and you can see we've got them laid out by day. As you can see, we've got Napoleon Pass, Iron Chest, Telluride, and they're marked out in degree of difficulty, moderate, difficult, don't go there. Most of the group rides are moderate because it's a family-friendly event. And then we've got the young guys that need to go out and do the difficult stuff.
Yes.
And,
The don't go there sounds intimidating. So how do people hear about it? How would you find out about this ride?
RZRForum.net.
Okay.
There's our website with over 43,000 members worldwide, over 1 million posts, and an average of 3,000 people on a day at any given time. Being the cook, I then got promoted to being the organizer. As you can see, we're supported by a lot of vendors. Pitbull Tires has given 2 sets of their tires. Almost every driver's got a chance of winning something from one of the supporting vendors.
Let me get this straight. Great rides, amazing views at 12,000 feet, and free swag?
Well, it's easy because we do all like the same thing, and everybody's friendly, and you get to make a lot of new friends. It's just been great. We're having a good time. Lots of razors, lots of nice people.
Sounds pretty fabulous to me. I'm ready to ride. Wait a second. Did I pack my rain gear? No, it's not gonna rain. Or is it?
I've got 22 days on vacation for this ride. I've been waiting for it for a year. I am so stoked, I can't not wait.
Stick around because this ride is about to get wet. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is brought to you by Carlisle Tires, special tires for special purposes. And by Progressive Insurance. Think easier. Think Progressive.
A little traffic here in the streets.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. We're in Taylor Park, Colorado for the Razor Forum Ride. Over 300 riders, beautiful scenery, maybe some not so beautiful smells.
Oh my God, I can't take it.
But that's later. First up, we're headed to an old mining town, a place called Tin Cup. All right, Jim, so you're our guide for today, and where are you taking us?
Well, I thought we'd head out of camp.
Okay.
And we'll head into Tin Cup, which is located here. It's just a mile down the road. That's an old mining town from the 1880s. We'll pass through the town of Tin Cup and we'll head to the Tin Cup Cemetery. And that's where the Tin Cup residents are buried over the years, all from the late 1800s.
Ooh. All right, then where are we going?
Then we're gonna head over Napoleon Pass. That's pretty rocky, a little bit of water in through there. And we'll climb up to 12,000 feet. Once we get to the top there's some great views.
Awesome. Well, let's do this. You ready?
I'm ready.
You have my oxygen tanks?
I do.
All right. Rolling into Tin Cup is like going back in time. Some of those log cabins don't have running water, electricity, and just right outside the town is one of the spookiest places I've been to. So we are here at the cemetery in Tin Cup, and I'm feeling the spirits. Are you?
I am. These are the burials of the town of Tin Cup. A lot of them from the 1800s.
I don't know if I'd want to be here after dark.
There's a lot of headstones here. There's a lot of crosses. There's a lot of no-name burials.
Did you see some of those gravestones? I've got the chills. I'm being honest about that. Anybody else? I think there are zombies here. I'm not a chicken or anything, but I was ready to get the heck out of that place. So it's starting to rain. What is next?
Well, I thought we'd stop for lunch, get out of the rain a little bit, and I know a good place in Tin Cup.
Now that is a sandwich. All right, so on the back of the menu here at Frenchie's Place is the history of who Frenchie is. And Frenchie came to Tin Cup Camp in 1879, and the reason he got the name Frenchie was because he's French-Canadian. What he did is he opened the first saloon here in camp, and he would provide the miners with whiskey, serving the whiskey at 15 cents per tin cup. So he is quite the legend here, and that's why this place is still called Frenchie's Place to this day. The trout that are in the trout pound out front of Frenchie's, it's time for their lunch. So guess what? They have fish food here. Woo! I don't know what that is, but I can tell you I don't want to eat it. Look, it's here they're all gathering. One at a time, step in line. Then you guys want the last one? And I thought the fish food smelled bad. That's nothing compared to what's coming up ahead. And I'm not talking about Frank's cooking. All right, Jim, so what's next on our journey here today?
Well, I thought we'd head up Napoleon Pass, and we'll climb to about 12,000 feet. And there's a mining camp there that I'd like to take you to. We're looking at a place from the 1880s. It's called Gold Camp. I'm not sure what they mined in this area, but there's still a lot of buildings left.
So my ride to Napoleon Pass wasn't so smooth. This is my first flat. Jim, is this from amateur driving, or what happened here?
Well, I think you were doing all right. It's just a little rocky through there.
Ew, what stinks? Thank goodness we have the crew here, because I can kind of sit back, relax, and
Run it through a couple more times.
let them do their thing. But what is that smell?
Luckily, she had some very willing participants that jumped right in there and got their hands dirty for her so she could go look at some other scenery.
So normally, when we smell funky things, we don't stop to go check them out. But since we have a flat tire, we have some time. Come with me, we're gonna see what this is about. My nose tells me we're getting closer. Ugh. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, I can't take it.
You can't put the smell on film. It was horrible. I don't think that cow is taking a nap. I sadly think it passed away. It smells like 10,000 things died. Let's just say I don't ever want to smell that lovely fragrance again. I'm guessing there's probably some fresh air on top of Napoleon Pass. So, Jim, where are we at?
Well, we're at the top of Napoleon Pass, and we're actually up one shelf, so we're a little bit higher, and the elevation here is 12,025 feet.
I am feeling short of breath, I will admit it. Are you?
I'm not. I'm actually pretty used to this.
Jim, are you saying you're in better shape than I am?
I am not saying that.
Am I the only one noticing this large storm coming our direction? And that's right where we were. We're overlooking Tin Cup at the moment.
That's the town of Tin Cup right there. And it looks like they just got some rain through there.
Right, yep, let's go.
A couple of miles and we'll hit Cumberland Pass Road, which you can see down off in the distance.
Like right now.
It looks like we're okay over here. We might just miss it.
Another reason I want to get going? Yep, I'm the only one without rain gear.
We are probably about 9 miles to camp from here. Cumberland Pass, the unique thing about that is it's the highest two-wheel drive road in America.
So you're saying someone could bring their Toyota Prius up here?
That's correct.
It started to downpour. As you can see, it's really coming down, and it is time to get back to camp. Interview cut short, we're out of here. Let's just say it was freezing. I'm still having a hard time moving my knuckles. Complete misery. But stick around because things start getting sunny fast. Coming up next.
This thing absolutely screams. When this thing gets going, it sounds like a jet.
You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATV, your one-stop shop for parts, apparel, and accessories. And by Central Boiler. We didn't invent fire, just a better way to use it.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. We're here at 10,000 feet in Taylor Park, Colorado for the Razor Forum ride. With over 300 Razor riders? Oh yeah.
This is the Taylor Park ride, razorforums.net.
GPS 12,025 feet.
I am feeling short of breath, I will admit it. I'm finding I could use a few things. One being an oxygen tank, and the other?
Basically, I started with a 2009 Polaris Razor S. Modifications, things you don't really think about. When this thing gets going, it sounds like a jet.
Which happens to be owned by the founder of razorforums.net.
Razor Forums was real small when I took it over. Now we've grown it to not only the largest Razor Forum site on the web, but it's actually the largest UTV site on the web. It has about 3 million page views a month. It has anything from rides and meets such as this to products, vendors. We even have regional sections. People from any country or state can see where everybody's riding and getting together. Basically, we're up here in the mountains of Colorado and there's just amazing trails everywhere. The scenery is gorgeous. The mountain trails, the mining towns, the streams, the lakes. It's just a place to get together where you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere and getting to ride and really just experience what these machines get you out to do.
All right, let's get to the good stuff. The pimped out, faster than sound Razor.
We modified it, did what we call the Razor X swap, lengthening the chassis about 11 inches, adding a Apex motor and a turbocharger. So this motor is good for about 300 horsepower right now as it sits. The single element carbon fiber wing in the front and the 2-element carbon fiber wing in the rear. Both wings together are good for about 1,000 pounds of downforce. We also did some cool old school hot rod louvers just to get the pressure out. This year we added Fox racing shocks. set me up with a shorter shock that we could tune better for high speeds. You can peek back here, and that's the nuclear power plant. That's Razor X, MCX USA Turbo Kit. Just about 11,000 RPMs, 20 pounds of boost. This thing absolutely screams.
And I'm guessing it takes a real adrenaline junkie to enter one of the most famous car races in the country.
The Pikes Peak International Hill Climb is America's second oldest race. It's a 12.5-mile race. It's 156 turns, from 9,000 feet to 14,000 feet. It was the first UTV ever to race in this race. I'm actually currently the fastest racer in the world.
All right, it's time to move from extreme speeds back to extreme heights and some extremely friendly wildlife. Coming up next, we're in St. Elmo, where I made a few new friends. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is brought to you by Hatfield McCoy, where the trail riding adventure begins. And by Maui Jim Sunglasses, the fastest growing premium polarized sunglass maker in the world.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. There's so many things to see and do in Taylor Park, Colorado. We've got old mining towns, cemeteries, and over 300 razor riders hanging out.
Doggles?
Doggles.
Dog goggles.
Doggles.
What else is there to do? Oh, an old ghost town, that's what. All right, Ken, where are we headed today?
All right, well, we finally got a break in the rain, so that's good. We're gonna leave camp. We're gonna head to St. Elmo. We're gonna go up over Tin Cup Pass.
Well, I suggest that we get going before the rain starts again.
I don't want another day like yesterday. That wasn't very fun.
Me neither, so let's hit the road. I am one lucky girl today because I have made friends with Gail from ryfab.com, who is doing us a huge favor in putting a windshield on our Razor today.
We're putting a full glass windshield that folds down, but in the rain you can put it up quickly.
And after yesterday being caught in the rain, I can tell you that this is like winning the lottery. The rain gear is going on.
You're welcome.
We'll go around Mirror Lake first. That's a nice scenic spot.
Rocks like this before, as you can see.
What just happened? We just went up a wrong trail.
I told you it was a practical joke. I knew it. That trail was a monstrous trail.
We are going to go up this way. It does come out just like the GPS shows.
I have to say, things got a little dicey going over those rocks, but totally worth it.
Well, you did those rocks pretty good. I wasn't even expecting that.
Wow, look at this.
Right now we're at the top of Tin Cup Pass.
Well, this is pretty beautiful up here.
We're looking down on where we came up from. We're at about 12,100 feet. A little windy, the rain stopped, but it's not too bad.
All right, so where to next?
We're heading to St. Elmo.
Not really a ghost town because it's inhabited and stuff, but there's probably still some spirits walking around some of the buildings there.
Did he say spirits? Ooh. For some reason, I don't think he's talking about Old Frenchie's whiskey.
We're down off of Tin Cup Pass. It's not raining, it's not windy.
And you can breathe here. You can feed chipmunks here in St. Elmo. Elvin and friends are in the house here. I'm so excited. All right, here we go. Who's hungry? Look, we got a thief. We've got a thief in the house. He's going straight to the money bag. Oh my gosh. No, go ahead. Call me Dr. Doolittle. No way. Now this is pretty cool.
He's
These are the healthiest chipmunks in the state of Colorado.
You better believe it.
It's one thing if you're a chipmunk, it's another thing if you're a giant squirrel coming after me. Okay, so you have to check this out. We're here at the general store and I heard some buzzing going on above my head and I turn and look and there's hummingbirds everywhere. If you take a look at these feeders, they're here having a little drink and they're not shy.
Oh my God.
See?
That scares the crap out of me. I'm scared of chipmunks and hummingbirds. Yes, it's true.
Okay, there's more to do in St. Elmo than feed the animals.
St. Elmo is Colorado's most original, most intact ghost town. Originating from 1879, at one time it had a population of over 2,000 people. The surrounding area has over 200 old mines in it. There were over 10,000 people in the hills around here looking for gold and silver. There were no cars, there were no razors, there were no ATVs. This whole entire street was just lined with nothing but hotels and saloons, and we have tripled our population in St. Elmo in the last 30 years. We've gone from 1 to 3.
What a couple of days in Taylor Park, Colorado. Over 300 razor riders, 12,000 foot climbs, ghost town. Oh my God, that reeks so bad. And the everlasting fragrance of a dead cow. Oh my God, I can't take it.
We hope to come back. It's been great.
This beautiful scenery up here, you know, just getting up on the mountains and you can see for miles.
That's what it's all about for me. It's breathtaking scenery.
A tight-knit community of 40,000 plus people on the internet. The word's getting out.
Bring your family out, learn about your machine, and make some lifelong friendships.
You know what that equals? That equals one really good time.
It's a great event.